Good morning, United Way. This is Neil Dawson, Financial Officer for Coastal Outreach Soccer. We are so pleased to come before you today to give you some information on our funding and our funding sources. I've been with Coastal Outreach Soccer for about 15 years, and never has it been better for us in terms of projects and places to impact these children's lives. And through organizations such as yourself, we've been able to generate more funding so that we can provide more services to more children. So we say thank you. In the past, we have written grants that have provided a high percentage of our funding. We have also received grants from local organizations as well as philanthropists. We also have had individual donors to provide funds for us to carry out our program. It's through the help of organizations such as yourself we are able to impact the lives of these families and these children. We thank you.
Hello, I'm Margie Harris, Vice President of the Coastal Outreach Soccer Board of Directors. We extend a thank you to United Way for all of the financial support you have given to us. And also, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity. This is going to be a United Way presentation about Coastal Outreach Soccer programming. So, let's get started. I will now introduce to you our Executive Director, Mr. Sean Williams, who is responsible for having started this program. Good morning, Mr. Williams.
Good morning, Ms. Margie.
The first question, Mr. Williams, is give this audience an understanding of how Coastal Outreach Soccer actually got started.
Okay. So Coastal Outreach Soccer was started in 2004. The reason for us starting the program was for a couple reasons, and that is, one, we wanted to give kids who live in the city of Brunswick an opportunity to participate in soccer within their neighborhoods, as well as we desire to impact the graduation rate within our community. And we saw that soccer would provide that vehicle that we would need to stay in each one of the kids' lives that we were serving, to see them through that point from whatever age they began with us to the point of their high school graduation.
Great. What are the program areas that you most concentrate on?
So we have three components of our programming that we concentrate on. One, quite naturally, being the soccer piece, which is our physical fitness piece, as well as then academics. And academic starts with our 4-year-olds, with our literacy programming, as well as an academic support piece for our older children that are 6th grade and above. And then we also then felt that it's very important for us to be involved in the community and for our kids to learn that they can impact our community as well and impact their neighborhoods by giving back to their neighborhoods via community service.
Talk to us about your community partners.
So at this time with our community partners, we have several. We've been, it's great for us to have the level of commitment that we have. The Glenn County Recreation Department maintains the fields here at Coffin Park, as well as the city of Brunswick, with maintaining the rest of the park for us with maintenance and cutting the grass and just making sure that the park is ready for use, not only for our children, but for the community as well. Glenn County also then maintains our field over at Argo for us. The College of Coastal Georgia is a partner of ours in our STEM programming. We have a new partner with the University of Georgia Marine Extension Program that we will be launching our natural science program with them. We also then are working with the Delta Sigma Thetas They come in and provide mentoring and as well as a group discussion along books that our teenage girls are reading. And so we are able to do that. Omega Psi Phi are always involved with everything that we do, as from our jamborees to our food give outs. And so they have become very critical to us as well. The Glenn County school system plays a critical role in everything we do, because at the end of this for us is about high school graduation. And so with them being able to make referrals to us, be able to provide us with some guidance on how we can better support our students academically to make sure that they're having the achievements and making the gains that they need educationally wise.
Okay, so we've discussed partners, building sites. So what about the actual recruiting of these students?
A mechanism that allows us to be able to recruit. The first line of that is our participants. They go out and invite their friends to come and play with them, to be a part of all the program services that we're able to offer, and they are bringing in family members, and so because they're looking at it, and we advocate that this is a family unit. And so they enjoy that environment that we create for them in a very The school system also then assists us with making referrals of students that they come in contact with that they know can benefit from our program, whether it be from an academic standpoint or if it be from a situation that may be some disciplinary issues that a child may have. And so they know that we've been successful with bringing students in and being able to meet them where they're at and be patient with them over several years to help them become the person that they have a desire to become by the exposure that we give to them through our partners, through our career outings, and through our travel with the soccer program. All those things start to help shape that child. And so the school system sees that that is valuable. So whether it's guidance counselors, teachers, administrative staff, communities and schools, we have several just resources there within the school system that does referrals for us.
Wonderful. As we know, the true success of a program comes from feedback. So, Sean, tell us about how to monitor and track students' progress.
So our first way of tracking is, of course, our attendance sheet. So we do a daily attendance, whether that is a child coming into the academic center, whether they are participating in a soccer training session, in STEM programming, going on a cultural outing with us. So that's our first level of just being able to see how do we measure outcomes and impact. Well, how often is that child being involved in our programming? And then we also then have, we track outcomes through, with soccer, we've been blessed to be able to have several devices that kids are now that are wearables, that they're wearing that gives us feedback immediately, how they are performing on the soccer field. So they're starting to learn about their bodies, whether we are taking heart rates and creating heart rate training zones. And so we are able to look at their effort and the things that they're doing there. And naturally, and they're also able to do that. And we are sharing that information with their parents as well. Then we have our Lexile levels. We look at all of our participants' Lexile levels. So we want to know what their reading fluency is and determine how do we assist them if they're not on grade level. How do we then provide that encouragement and then also help the family to reduce that stress? Absolutely. Because we do get a lot of parents that may see that, and once they pull that and we explain to where a child may be, that can be stressful, saying that my child is behind. But we definitely look at it and be able to tell parents and be able to communicate to the child that it's going to take time. Absolutely. And that we are here to assist you in that process, and we got time to do it. So don't put a lot of pressure and have that stress on you about it. So we do it that way. We have Khan Academy that also then tracks academic performance, an athlete monitoring program that kids are able to give us their feedback on how training is. We track BMI. So we have several tracking mechanisms that are built within our system through our wearable devices, through their direct feedback to us, so that we are constantly helping us to evolve and change to be able to meet their needs and to improve our services that we deliver.
Wow, all of this culminates now to this, and most important piece. What is the graduation rate of our students?
Okay. Since 2014, we've had a 100% graduation rate. We've had 29 graduates from our program. They are, as of May of 2020, they've received over $350,000 in academic and athletic scholarships. And so we are now into the point of, we look at our kids and say, well, we know you're going to graduate. That's the expectations of being part of our program, is that you're going to reach high school graduation, but what are we doing after high school? So how can we get you in a dual enrollment program? Our kids have completed over 215 credit hours at the college level before high school graduation. And so that equates to about $167,000 that we've saved families in tuition and books before they graduate from high school. And we understand not every child is going to go a liberal arts track, but there's also career tracks that are available for them. And so we help kids by 11th grade identify, what is that path for me that I can start on to start earning those college credits, whether it be to a certificate program or to a degree program.
This has been a lot of detailed information, but if I have missed anything, are there any other transformational programs that we should look forward to that you and your team would bring about?
Yeah. And I would speak to one of the things that we are very excited about is building out our STEM program. And so this year we're looking at where we brought in a engineer from General Motors, a graduate of the Navy Academy, to assist us with developing our CAD program for our kids. Dr. Vargas over at the College of Coastal Georgia with our robotics, virtual reality program. Dr. Jesse with our sports analytics program, getting Atlanta United involved with our sports analytics program. So we are excited about how STEM is shaping up, having what we call a STEM in Play Saturday for our elementary kids, so that we are starting to introduce them to engineering concepts at an early age, because we know that as they acquire those skills, whether it's reading fluency, understanding math and math concepts, that directly translates to their success academically within our school system. And one of the things that we have pulled, and one of the reasons why we are pushing for our STEM programs to be more robust, as I would say, is that looking at graduation rate in 2018 for those that are graduating with bachelor's degrees in engineering is 4.2% for African Americans and 11% for Hispanics. So we see that there is a void there, and that we have kids that are coming in our program that we can help to, based on their early introduction into those concepts, maybe they start to go into those career fields, because now it becomes something that they've spent several years doing. It's not a question of high school graduation. You were saying that by doing these things, it's going to be college graduation. So we're excited about just what is happening around our STEM program as well.
Well, I'd just like to thank you as a board member for all of this information, and I hope it would be of benefit to United Way and any of our other funders. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you.